So what I've learned from this week is it's very different to kind of what we learn in the classroom. So in the classroom, we're learning a lot of kind of knowledge-based things, whereas here we're learning a lot of kind of interpersonal skills. So I've kind of learned, I mean, I know how to interact with my friends, but I've kind of learned how to interact with them under stressful circumstances or just in situations which I've never been in with them before. So kind of experiencing new things with people and kind of expanded my ability to communicate what I want them to do. So like if we're having a hard time canoeing or if we're having a hard time cooking, it's really easy to get like frustrated or to just kind of tell them they're doing it wrong, but not really communicate to them what they should do. So I've kind of learned how to help people see what I want them to do. And that's really useful. I mean, that's not really something we learn in school because usually we're the ones that's learning. But here, if I know how to do something better than someone else or they know how to do it better than me, we can kind of learn how to be the person teaching or how to communicate effectively what we want them to do, which is a really useful skill.
In reality, you're never going to have perfect conditions. You're never going to be at the top of your game all the time. So it's really useful to get to know how I respond myself to those conditions, how my mates respond to those conditions, and how, you know, I can interface between, you know, both of us and make sure there's a positive outcome, despite maybe both of us not really having the best frame of mind. So that's obviously going to be useful for the workplace and things like that. Intrinsically, that skill is really important, and quite transferable from this is resilience too. There's the mental challenge of making sure everything's moving, of dealing with other people for the whole time. Like, in order to survive out here, you need other people.
So remember, we're not the only ones here.
Won't happen again.
It's not necessarily transferable, the cooking on the gas stove, but just kind of if you're coming home and you know there's things that need to get done, just kind of coming out of the canoeing, getting straight into cooking, getting straight into, you know, unpacking your tent is like a really, really good skill that, you know, you learn to just keep going, keep doing things and keep working with your partner and getting things done. That's something that I'm not really used to. Usually I know my time is kind of my own and I don't need to necessarily prepare the dinner or, you know, clean the tent or put the tent down every single day. At home, you know, it's done a lot for me, whereas now I'm kind of taking responsibility and learning how to deal with myself as, you know, as an individual who provides for themselves and does their own kind of thing. And so I think that's a really great transferable skill. Alongside that, I've also learned kind of how to work with people, constructive cause. I mean, in school, a lot of the time you're kind of working for your own benefit. So I'll be studying because I know that's going to help my exam results. But here, you're kind of working for the collective of the team. So if I'm cooking dinner for, you know, multiple people or they're washing up for me, you're kind of learning, okay, how would they like me to do this? It's not just like what is tailored for me, what's best for me. It's kind of what's best for the group and how can I provide for everyone, not just myself.
I've made friends, which is strange because I've seen these people around school and haven't interacted with them much, but I've made friends with people that I've seen and been with for 5 years, and I'm only making friends with them now, which is like incredibly valuable. Unfortunate things happen to us. I'm stranded on an island with just the kids. I now know how to look after myself in terms of, you know, preparing tents, preparing food, but also I'm in a position that I'm not going to get so annoyed that I start attacking them. Nothing Lord of the Flies is going to happen. So there's loads of hard and soft skills that you learn with something like this, and then it's beautiful here too. It's a whole other level of like wilderness and of beauty. So it's nice to have the finished backdrop